In the aiding system, validation comes after demonstration. Actually, that's a little bit misleading because we say that validation is not necessarily a separate step in the aiding system. It's actually an ongoing process.
First, we need to remember that validation is not a separate step. It's something that you do constantly during every call.
The reason that we put it behind the demonstration is that we say until you have validated, it's pointless to try to negotiate and close, you see. So there is, finish one step before you go to the next one and so on.
Once people trust you, I mean, you're more than halfway there.
And I'm asking them to trust my credibility. That's the only thing I have to sell. And I think that's true in anything. I mean, if they don't trust you, they won't listen.
I feel that it's very important to not only gain that trust, but to keep that trust, because it only takes a moment to lose what it took days, years, months to build.
Personally, because I have an opportunity to deal with customers many times over, not just once, I've been reminded several times by several customers that, and it's been a real compliment, that in the selling process when they initially bought, in this case, Ritz-Carlton, they were not only buying Ritz-Carlton, but they were buying me.
Right from the get-go, if they trust you and believe in you, I think you're going to have a win-win relationship after that. So I think that part of this whole process is probably the most important, because you might not get to the next step if they don't have the trust in you, if you haven't built good rapport. And I will continue to use that with that relationship forever.
Successful validation occurs on 3 levels. First, you have to validate yourself as a person of integrity. Next, you have to validate your company's integrity. And finally, you need to validate the value provided by your products and services. But it all begins with your own personal beliefs.
And I would say to almost any salesperson that if you aren't sold on what you're selling, that's the first sale you need to make. Don't go try to sell it to someone else. First, sell it to yourself. I don't mean literally, although it may be a literal thing that you do, is that you buy what you're selling, but that you buy it emotionally, that you sell yourself on the benefits of it, and that you sell yourself on the fact that it's going to help people and create value for people, because there's tremendous power in that. And likewise, if I don't have it, there's tremendous weakness in it. There's no way I can be effective if I don't believe that the product I have or the service I have is going to create value for people.
I use the products that we offer, so it's easy for me to validate because I walk it, I live it, I use it.
I am such an open book, it would be written all over my face. I would not be able to hide that if I didn't believe in the process and the product that we were selling. I couldn't do it.
If you are convicted that when people get your product or service, that they have more value than if they'd kept the money they paid you for it, to the degree that you have that belief, that passion, that conviction, it releases confidence, energy, achievement drive, enthusiasm, and some very basic things. So when we say it's important to believe in your product, that's not just a nice little thing to do, it's a powerful thing that enhances our presentation.
Well, you can see it. If you don't believe it, how do you get passionate about it?